Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ultimate guide for the 0.96 update. And yes, I'm going to show you guys a few things that I don't think you've seen before. I don't know if you guys realize, but yeah, the cruiser looks really cool with the back seat and the back wheel protector off. And it looks quite custom without the light on. Okay, so that's how I like to drive it. And I've just tested the Ranger because of its weight with speed. So at the end of this route, the Ranger loses speed to about 120 kilometers per hour because of the uphill. And when it comes around this bend, when we come back, it reaches about 140 kilometers per hour. Now let's see how the cruiser goes up against it in like a race, or can the cruiser get away from the Ranger? Definitely up hills, because like I said, the top speed that I reached on this hill with the Ranger was 120. So clearly the cruiser's beating that. And then at the end of the route I got about 140. So clearly, the cruiser is a direct competitor to the Ranger when it comes to catching a vehicle or trying to get away from a vehicle. As we all know, the dirt bike can only do it if you go through the forest, and any other car like the Leica or the Volkswagen or the RSI, RIS, the four-wheeler, cannot get away from the Ranger. But this bike can. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on the thumbnail, there's quite a few things that the 0.96 update brought into the game. But I've already looked at Dina, as you guys will see here by the manual and the task. You guys can do Dina's task yourself. These are the amount of tasks that she gives you. So I think they can really improve on this, like it says stone knife, and then from the stone knife you go to the spear, then the backpack, and then the arrows. There's no axe in here. I feel the axe can improve your crafting efficiency at the beginning quite well. And then the, I feel the tutorial can be done much better. The strength is, of course, the codex. Like, if a person is willing to read, there's a lot of information in the codex, okay? I find it quite funny that Dina says that if it isn't in the codex, it doesn't exist. As we all know, Scum is a very complex game. So that's a false statement. But, I mean, Dina's quite funny with the things that she says. I just feel like the task can really be improved. The developers can maybe look at people that do guides like me and other content creators and see, what their starter guides are like. I feel like even when crafting a stone knife, they can give you, like on a stone knife, it says search the ground, open the inventory with Shift C. It's nice to know the Shift C, but I mean, they can ask you to craft it in different ways, by selecting two rocks. Like the literal fastest way to craft a stone knife is to search, click on the two stones, and right click and craft the stone knife. Like there's a lot of ways to speed things up, and Dina brags about her efficiency of speeding things up. So for the tasks, I give Dina, comedy-wise, I give her a 6. Help-wise, I give the journal, but I mean the tasks, I give that a 3 out of 10. I really feel they can improve there. But she says she's an early early version of herself, so hopefully that can improve. But yeah, I've completed all the Dina quests. Quite underwhelmed by that. Of course, the codex is very, very good. But of course, there's content creators like me, that can teach you guys everything about the game. Now, except for the 3 guns that we got into the game, the shotgun, especially for a starting character. I know there's a lot of people that don't like the bow, especially when they start with no archery. Like they can't shoot the bow. They need the dot on the screen to help them where to shoot. But what I'm holding in my hand here at the moment, guys, is a shotgun. Okay? It's a painted shotgun, and it looks ridiculously cool. Never mind the scope that you can put on it. The shotgun looks ridiculously cool. And it can take any ammo. I've chosen the biggest ammo because I'm not a bullet nut. Like, I'm not very knowledgeable with bullets. So I put in the 7.92 by 57 just because it sounds the biggest. It's a Car 98 round. And yeah, you can use an M82 scope on this. And then you can load, that round into the shotgun. So you can literally use the shotgun as a sniper rifle. And there's not much, like, even if you use a slug, you can kill just about any puppet. But I'll just show you guys here. I've done this with slugs as well. I mean, slugs are very, very powerful. But if you have to go to, like, the military armored puppet, you can walk into a bunker and, kill any puppet. You can go into the airfield and shoot puppets in the head. Now, one thing I haven't tested on this is I think this will be completely broken, but now that I'm thinking about it, this is the only thing I haven't tested. Like the suppressor. I don't think this will go on here. No. Okay. So if the suppressor went on here, that would be completely broken. But still, if you look at what it takes to craft the shotgun from the start. Rope, tree bark rope, 2 small logs which you can get from a bush, 4 scrap metal, 2 bolts or 2 nails. You can get 2 scrap metal crafted at a bench, and a stone knife. It's a cutting tool, okay? You can literally use a stone knife, craft the shotgun. Then you can find any ammo, or you can craft the ammo, and like crafting the ammo is not that difficult. Like I told you guys, I crafted the biggest ones, which is the Car 98 ammo. It takes 1 scrap metal, 10 gunpowder, 6 lead plating, workbench, and 7 toolbox uses. So you can be very, very lethal. And then you can even craft the improvised scope. So we can just... Okay, I pressed the wrong button there. You first have to press the one that you've got on you. And I don't have that one on my quick slot. So you can literally put on the improvised one. And the improvised one works a little bit better than it used to. It's only got 1 range, but it definitely works better than it used to. It used to be quite inaccurate. But I mean, at the moment, it's not inaccurate at all. I can just spawn in that guy again. Walk away from him. Okay. It's not very inaccurate. So crafting the scope is also not, very difficult. One metal pipe, 15 uses of duct tape, improvised magnifying glass, and improvised workbench. So not that difficult. But the magic for me is what you can use on. So you can use the improvised one. You can use the new spectral scope, which is absolutely fantastic. Spectral has got a 2 times and a 6 times. Okay. You can use the ACOG, You can use the Dragunov, which is my favorite scope, the P223 for 8 and 12. Definitely a very versatile scope. And then you can even use an M82 scope with a 20 times magnification. Okay. And then if we want to take that off, we can add, you can just add the other scope to your quick slot. And then we've got the snow one. So yes, the shotgun, definitely a very, very powerful tool to use right from the start. And if you go look at the shotgun, unfortunately, you can't craft slugs, as far as I know. But I mean, the shotgun takes a lot of different ammo. Okay, 308, 338, 5.56 doesn't take like 9 more or stuff like that. But you can always, if you want to use smaller caliber rounds, you can always craft the improvised handgun. Okay, so if we go to the handgun, the shotgun looks different. Handgun looks a little bit different as well. Okay, so it looks like they improved the models of both of these guns. But yeah, like with this gun, you can use the 0.50 rounds, which is very, very powerful. 9 more 0.45, 357, 4422. So you can literally use any rounds when you craft the pistol and the shotgun. And again, the pistol, two small sticks, wire, 2 scrap metal, 2 bolts or 2 nails, and a stone knife. Okay, so you can really, really, really craft these things fast. And the rail, the rail with the shotgun makes a big difference. Although this is the long rail, so if we just have to spawn in the short rail here. Side rail, short rail. You can't put any rail on the pistol, but the pistol goes into your pistol holster, okay, which is very, very nice. So, like I say, you can't put the short rail on it. You can't put the rifle rail on it. You can't put the long rail on it. So you can't put a sight on here. But I mean, the iron sight, doesn't work too bad. And like 0.50, if you're looking at high damage rounds, this is as high damage as you can get. So that's the highest round you could put in it. And then once again, you could go to a military place, kill suicide puppets immediately, kill all other puppets, kill players. Because if you've got the pistol, you've got short range damage. And if you've got the shotgun, you've got long range damage. Which is a very, very nice combination. But again, armored puppet. Okay, looks like one leg shot isn't going to do it. Let's see about a headshot. Yep, headshot is going to do it. So yes, guys, if you don't like using a bow, I feel the shotgun. And the shotgun and the crafted pistol are definitely things to look into. Okay. And then, of course, when it comes to a cool new gun, this thing looks the Mac 10 looks absolutely ridiculous with a suppressor. I mean, my word, this thing looks absolutely ridiculously cool. And if we're talking about damage output, I mean, let's just put it on single shot. 3 leg shots, but I mean the automatic power of it is, it's just ridiculous. And the big thing about it is at range, it's not bad either. At all. Then, of course, we've got the Scum 0.96, guys, and it sounds really, really cool. I don't really like using the spectral scope on it. You guys will see when you use the spectral scope, it like blocks your vision. Using the spectral scope on an AK works really, really well. But when it comes to the Scum 0.96 sound, and it looks like it lifts with a lot of sights. Like, even with this sight, you guys can see the sight was there at the top. You know? So if we take this off and we put the spectral on, it's very, very difficult to fire like that. But it looks like it does it with almost all the scopes on this gun. Yeah, very, very difficult to see through the scope with this gun. But if you use these scopes on other guns, it won't be so hectic on your vision. But again, sounds ridiculously cool. So I really, really like that. And even with no rifle skill, the recoil isn't that bad. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you were looking for extra motivation on why you should kill a sentry, I don't know, you get sentry parts to craft the turrets with, sentry aiming kit, craft the sentry with, so that's pretty cool. You get 2 sentry parts now when killing a sentry. Now, the 0.96 update is called Fame Seekers, guys. So I really feel it's focused on the
welcome.
quest system.
Feel free to browse around.
Okay. Now, the easiest way for you to get quests is to walk up to the general goods trader, because that's usually where you start. Okay. So if you want to know, if you want to remember where to get the quest books from the traders, then just go to the journal, and then you'll see there's quests at the general goods, the armorer, the mechanic, and the doctor. Okay. So you can open the quest book.
Could you help me with these?
And then you can press left and right, okay, to do the quests. You'll need to do at least 3 quests at the general goods trader to use the other trader. Okay? They changed the voice lines as well. But yeah, if we go to the armorer, he will probably tell you that you need to do more quests at the general.
So,
What's up? So yeah, complete more quests at the general goods trader. Okay, so you're gonna have to do. You can even see here 33333 at the B4 outpost. I'm now at C2 at the B4 outpost. I've done the 3 prerequisite quests to open up all the quests. Okay, so lifetime stats, tier 1 quest completed 3. Haven't done tier 2 and I haven't done tier 3. Okay, but now I'm at the C2 trader and I've got no quests complete at the general goods trader. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys how it works. This is definitely the easiest way to get quests. The other way is mobile phones and then the other way is billboards. Okay, so you can come in here
welcome.
and then
Browse around. Could you help me?
let's say we want this quest, find a needle. We're going to get $500 for the 5 fame points. We just hold in spacebar. Okay. Now we go out and we go find a needle.
See ya.
Now I'm just going to spawn in a needle here quickly, so that you guys can see the item will disappear. So make sure it's not an item that you need, because if you've got the quest active and you bring that item to the trader, he's going to take it from you immediately. So there's a needle. Now look, when we enter, as soon as we go through the door, he takes the quest item. Okay, as soon as we go through the door. So he wants us to find bobby pins. So we hold in spacebar. So he wants us to find 10 bobby pins. Okay. So we're going to go bobby pins 10. And you have to have it in your inventory. You have to physically have it in your inventory. I don't think you can have it in your hand. Let's just see it. Let's say you brought it in your hand. Okay, as long as it's on you. As long as it's on you, you can do it. Okay, and now you need duct tape. 10 duct tape. So you go, and it's with the duct tape, guys, it's 10 different duct tapes. Okay, 10 different duct tape. So, yeah, I don't think the duct tape one is easy. It's not 8 uses or 10 uses, 10 duct tape. Now, if you go to your journal, you will see that your general goods trader is finished, and now you can do the armorer. Now the armorer will give you quests. I do feel like that getting to the doctor quickly will help you, because the doctor usually wants medication that you can get from, you know, any normal bunker, any abandoned bunker, any pharmacy, the hospital. So you already get good money from getting medical gear that doesn't take up a lot of space. And then you can get a ton of money by giving it in to the doctor. Okay, so I definitely feel the doctor is nice quest. But here is this guy's book. He will usually ask you for ammo. Okay. And then you get the general doctor, which you won't be able to do now because I need to do 3 from the armorer first. But here's his book. Okay, as soon as you've done 3 from the armorer, and then you get the mechanic book.
How's it hanging?
Okay, there's the mechanic book. And then you get the mobile phone. This is the second way to get quests. So you get the mobile phone, and you take a smartphone battery. So you put the smartphone battery in the mobile phone, put your hand, and then you just turn it on. And as soon as you turn it on, you go use. Okay? And you can see B4 tier 0 basics have been done. Okay, so now C2, I can hand in a pistol. and accept that quest. Okay? So, the C2 trader wants an M9 pistol. So I can spawn in an M9 quickly here. And then I can go to the armorer. But this one, the cell phone is going to be different traders. That's why I like the trader specific ones, the quest that you get at the traders, because you can focus on this area. Now you use it, and it's been completed, and now you've got one. Now you've got one left, but you have to go to Z3. That's why I don't really like the mobile phone, and you have to get a mobile phone and a battery. Where then the billboards are quite nice. Okay, the billboards are quite nice. Apparently, people can see if you've activated a quest on a billboard. Haven't really tested that out yet. But there's billboards at different places. I know the town in B2, the billboard is at the police station. So you just look out for big billboards like that. And then you just interact with it. And here you can see this is clearly a tier 2 quest because you get 20 fame points instead of 5. You need to complete more quests at the mechanic. So this is what I mean. Like going to the different traders and completing their quests for them to open, that you aren't stuck. You need to complete more tier 1 quests from the same trader. Okay? So I would rather complete the quests at the traders so that I don't get these notifications. Okay, but clearly these are really, really nice quests. M82 scope, you get extra 2,500 plus 10. C2 trader shop discounts. ACOG at 1,700, which is of course cheaper. Kill Razor, Kill Puppets, 7,500. Plus 30 fame points. So it looks like the 30 fame points is tier 3 because there are 3 tiers of quests. So it says complete tier 2 quests to probably do a tier 3. And here it says complete tier 1 quests, to attempt to do tier 2. But in case that's one town, and then I think not all of them are at police stations. Okay, if you go to Go Town over here, we just call it Go Town because there's a statue of a goat in it. So yes, the ones at the traders I find quite easy. The mobile phones. The ones on the mobile phone, I don't really like. Maybe if you like traveling a lot, you can do that. And then, yes, guys, while we added, there's 4 movement speeds at the moment. There used to be 3 movement speeds, but the movement overall of the game is much smoother and much better. Okay, so when you vault over something like this, you're just going to use like 10% stamina. Okay, but when you jump, you're going to use 50% stamina. Okay, so I'm on 95, there I'm on 45. But I can quickly just crouch or lie down to regain my stamina quickly. Okay, there I jump, 50%. Can lie down to get the stamina back very, very, very quickly. Okay, so it's not the end of the world, but you are going to lose 50% of your stamina when you jump. So I think these ones are at the church, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so the billboards will be at different places in different towns. You just have to look out for them. You know, and then get used to where they are, make mental notes of each town. Let me just put the phone away. And yeah, you know, like I could do a lot more quests at the trader. And here it says you've reached the maximum. Because I've done 3 general goods. Because I've done 3 general goods quests, you can only do 3 quests in a certain time frame. You know, need to do more from mechanic, need to do more from the mechanic. So that's why I say, guys, I will personally first do the quests at the traders, you know, to open everything up. So yeah, when it comes to the movement speed, I just want to add this to my quick slot. Oh, I put it there. Sorry, man. Okay. Apparently they changed that, but the reason they slowed it down when you've got a weapon is so that you can't move at the speed of light. Okay, so they're making it more difficult for people to, you know, just do this and not be able to get shot. And then they took the bunny hopping away. Okay? Or the constant bunny hopping. Like I say, you can lie down and get your stamina back, and that will still be good. But the quests are great. The cruiser is really cool. Dina, a little bit disappointing, but it's a work in progress. The weapon jams are much better than they used to be. Weapon jams only happen at about 30%, where in the past they used to happen at about 80%. And then every jam is related to what is damaged on your gun. So if your weapon is below 30%, you're usually going to get 1 or 2 kind of jams. If your ammo is below 30%, then you're going to get, you know, other jams. And if your magazine is below 30%, then you're going to get other jams. And most of the weapons have like 4 options, except for the shotgun that has 2 options. Okay, now that we are at the turrets, I built all 5 here because you can do that with server settings. I know the default is 3, but server owners like me can change it to whatever number they want. So the first one here is the basic turret. Okay, the basic turret takes 1 shotgun, 5 scrap metal, 1 pipe, electrical tools or electrical repair kit, 1 bolt, car battery cables, a parking sensor, duct tape, and a BCU chip. Okay. And yeah, it's the most basic one out of all of them. So all you do is you need a little generator. You turn on the generator, and then you can turn on the turret, and then we can just go fill it with guard mode. Okay. And if we unload the ammo, you will see that it's putting AK ammo in this one. But if you go to the turret itself, it will tell you there that it can take various ammo. Okay, 12 gauge. It can take slugs. It can take various ammo. The game just decided to put AK ammo inside it. Okay. I do feel that just want to see if it puts in the same ammo every time. Yeah, it puts AK ammo in every time. And apparently it likes the tracer, the AK tracer ammo. Okay, so this one is the least powerful out of all of them, and we're gonna use the armored puppets just to look at the strength of them, guys. So just gonna take the armored puppets, and we're gonna give them 5. Okay. So clearly you guys can see it can miss, and it takes quite long to kill them. Even close range, it can miss. But of course, it's a little bit more accurate closer. But definitely the easiest one to craft. You know, range. You know, the range is quite not extremely big. Okay, the range isn't extremely big. And you can always see, you can always just check what the range is on it. Okay, if you're confused by that. It gives you the horizontal, vertical, and the detection angle, you know, and the ammo capacity. And the range is 25 meters. I feel that's the most important one if you look at the turret details. The range is just 25 meters, so the person has to be quite close. Where with the 50 cal, the range is 50. You know, with the flamethrower, the range is only 20. With the minigun is 50, and with the rocket launcher, it's 100. Okay, so clearly this one is the cheapest one to make, and not, you know, not that powerful. And then if we go to the second one, there's the 50 cal, which you need to kill a black sentry to get the parts for it. Okay. So if you look at the second turret here, the 50 cal, it takes a sentry 50 cal rifle, which you get from killing a black sentry, not a yellow sentry. And then, yeah, that's about it. It needs a C4 circuit board, ECU, and some standard gear. Okay. And then if we have to give this one 5 targets, clearly a little bit more accurate. Okay, clearly a little bit more accurate. And it shot through a few puppets there. Okay. So clearly the one to go for, and if you're going to kill a sentry, you're probably going to get the BMG ammo for it as well. Okay, which is nice. I'm just showing you guys what kind of ammo, it takes. But of course, BMG ammo is quite easy to find. Killing a sentry is not the end of the world. Very, very powerful. You can probably kill a player very, very fast. Okay, we're going to turn that one off. Let's just turn it on here first. There we go. And now we can turn it off. The second one on the list is the flamethrower. The flamethrower is also not very difficult to make, but again, it's got a short range. So I feel you have to use it like in a passageway, you know, inside your base, not outside your base, inside your base, protect hallways and stuff like that. I feel it will be a waste inside. I feel it will be way more effective, you know, in a closed environment. So basically the flamethrower, scrap metal, electrical tools, bolt, car cable, parking sensor, you know, very standard stuff. You basically just fill it with fuel, which is the easiest, if you ask me, out of all the ammo. It's definitely, you know, it's definitely easy to just refill it with fuel. And yeah, again, at a distance, it's not really effective. But it's literally got a flamethrower as a weapon. Okay, so quite effective at that range. I think we're getting close to the limit now. Yeah, you guys can see we're basically at the limit there. That's why I say putting it in a nice hallway will be great. Putting it in a hallway will be very nice. Okay, so that's the flamethrower. Let's turn it off here first. And then turn the generator off. Then the next one is the minigun. The minigun, it feels like getting the... I killed 3 black sentries, and on all 3 black sentries, I only found the 50 cal. I only found this 50 cal rifle on the black sentry. You know, it makes sense that you're going to get the minigun from the sentry because it's something that the sentry uses, okay? But you guys can leave it down in the comments below. I only killed 3 black sentries, you know, but I'm sure you're going to get this from a sentry, or maybe you have to search broken down sentries. We'll figure that out. But according to me, you get the sentry aiming kit in most of the sentries, okay? So it only makes sense that you can get the minigun from there as well. No. So I'm sure you're gonna get it. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna get it from it. So yeah, this one, we're now at the minigun. The minigun has got 50 meter range, but for me it's the biggest waste because the ammo that it uses is quite expensive. Okay, if you want to know what ammo it uses SVD M1891, you know, M1891. It uses SVD sniper ammo, guys, which is not cheap. Okay, not cheap at all. So let's just turn this on. There's the minigun that you get from the sentry as well. And yeah, let's start with the same test. Not bad. Clearly you guys can see not as effective as the 50 cal. And for some reason it's struggling at range. The further you go, and you must remember these are standing targets. Standing targets. It went through 500 rounds there, guys. It went through 500 rounds. So yeah, they definitely have to improve the minigun. For me, okay? I mean, you guys might think that the shotgun one is bad, but the shotgun one didn't take as long as the minigun to kill a puppet. It sounds cool, but it's probably the least effective gun for me and the most expensive. Where the shotgun one is slow, you know, but it's effective. The 50 cal wins by a mile. The flamethrower is, for me, the best indoors. You know, because if you put it where it covers a hallway, it's almost impossible to move down that hallway. If you guys understand what I'm saying. And then the last one is a rocket launcher, which, you know, it takes bloody rockets. Okay, so that's the difficulty. If we have to unload the ammo, you know, it takes rockets, which is a lot. Okay, which is expensive. Very, very, very expensive. So let's just turn it on now, but of course it's going to be the most effective. And let me just remind myself what it takes. Yeah, it takes an RPG. RPG is quite difficult to find. But I mean, for me, definitely the best. Don't know where it shot to there, but you guys are going to see the range on this. Let's just go put that one off. No, 100 meters is quite far away. It can even shoot a dropship, but it doesn't do any damage to the dropship. No, they've still got a lot of work to do with the dropship. But when it comes to killing players, nothing beats the rocket launcher. I mean, that's a long distance, guys. That's a long distance. And we're basically at its range. Okay. So definitely the best there. You guys can decide, you know, how you want to utilize them. Yes, they can be disabled with EMPs, although I don't allow that on my servers. I find it ridiculous for BCU locks and things like this to be in the game where you can disable them with a single, you know, EMP grenade. Like the one cancels out the other one. You know, so rather not have BCU locks, rather not have EMPs. But in any case, yeah, so the minigun definitely needs some work. Let's hope the you know, at the moment, nobody wants to use the minigun. So if you can't find the minigun parts on a Black Sentry, then hopefully they can add it to the Black Sentry, or maybe it's just a little bit more rare than the 50 cal, which is good. Because the 50 cal is way better and more utility friendly when you're looking at what you're getting from a Black Sentry in the first place. You know, to the minigun, which is way, way more expensive because you can find BMG rounds in an abandoned bunkers and on a sentry, but you can't find SVD ammo everywhere. So the minigun is the most expensive and the worst and the least accurate, where the 50 cal, where you can get that easily from a sentry, is for me the most effective. Okay, and the 50 cal should work right against a human. But yes, guys, overall, I'm very happy with the update. We've got the headlamp. Okay, I'll show you guys what the headlamp looks like in the coal mine at the end of the video. But yes, there are certain quests. There are cool quests where you don't have to fetch something, where you have to check telephones or sabotage air conditioners. Those are the quests that aren't working at the moment, but those are the quests that I'm most excited for. As soon as they get those quests to work, I'll definitely showcase that for you guys, because I'm very, very excited about that. So yeah, the quest is the main thing, and that's why I want those more advanced quests to work, because I really feel that will make the quest system shine. But I mean, the update's called Fame Seekers. I don't know if we're gonna get, hopefully they can flush out the cool quests where you actually have to like do stuff to certain things in the world before they go on holiday. But yes, it's a nice additions. Base building is different, with the models of the, with the textures and everything. The movement is way more different and less clunky. I love the movement of the character. There's a lot of places where I got stuck on steps, which was frustrating for me. I don't get stuck on those steps anymore. I don't mind the jumping, the stamina rework. The movement is a lot more smooth. I feel it's a lot more realistic. The armbands is not one of my favorite parts of the update. Okay. Luckily, they still give server owners the option to give name tags above. Okay. But I feel it's just a poop show at the end of the day with the armbands. With the fact that the armband's only on one side of the character, so when you're looking at a guy, you have to like see that side of his body, and then the enemy can steal that color, and then you have to change the color. It's just too many things that you have to focus on outside of just pure combat. So yes, the quests are good for me. I'm really looking forward to the more advanced quests that don't work at the moment. The cruiser is really, really cool. I feel it can counter the Rager with speed, versatility, and just coolness. Don't know when the other things are going to come in that they showcased. Probably next year, because we're very, very close to the holidays, like the foliage rework and the police bike and the speedboat and the tractor. All the things that I showcased to you guys, that they've showcased to us. And yes, there needs to be a lot of work done to the dropships before they implement the super soldiers with the dropships. For instance, the rocket launcher turret can shoot a dropship, but it can't kill a dropship. But I can chase a dropship away with one magazine from a Mac 10. Okay, so. Yeah, not very realistic there, but a lot of goodies, guys. So I'll end with the headlamp. Tell me what you think about the update down below, if you're enjoying it. And yeah, if there's anything else you guys would like me to show you or test, leave it down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button, and if you're not subscribed yet, click the subscribe button for everything there is about Scum. Cheers.